Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over something that has yet to hit the market. I'm really excited to have this in my hands, and I am talking about the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Collection, and this is the Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1. The Volume 1 part of this makes me think, is there going to be a Volume 2, 3, 4? I don't know, but I'm excited about it. This is a very large palette in comparison to what they have put out in the past. This was sent to me as well as, I'm always dropping stuff. I suppose that's what I get for putting them in my lap. But I have here the 4 new liquid lipsticks as well. So I'm going to be swatching both of these. I'm going to be doing 2 different looks with this. I wanted to do more, but I also wanted to get this video out before this was released. So I decided to go with just 2 looks so you guys can get a feel of the palette, I can get a feel of the palette, and I can give you guys my thoughts. Now, obviously, this has not released, so I don't have a website to read from. There was no information sent with this, so I just kind of had to do some digging around to collect a little bit of information. So the first thing is that this is $60. It is a plastic case, and obviously, like I said, it is a lot bigger than what we are used to. So the size comparison right there. On the inside, we have eyeshadows as well as pigments. Just in case you're not aware, a pigment is not considered to be eye safe. It can stain the eye. Some people have irritation. I personally don't. I've never had any issues with pigments. I like them because they are more pigmented versions of eyeshadows, and I really like working with them. But this is the palette upside down. I feel like the first thing you can see is the range of purples in here, which is, it's just true to Norvina. I definitely think Norvina and purple, they just go hand in hand with each other. And then down here we have the brighter colors. A lot of people are comparing these to the lipstick palette, and I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it. But anywho, there are 25 different shades in here, and what I like about this is like one of my favorite things ever, is when you're looking at the palette, you aren't getting names. You are getting rows of A, B, C, D, and E, and then numbers across. So instead of me sitting here trying to figure out how to pronounce something, I just say I'm using the shade B4 or D3. It's just, this format is so much better. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys swatches of these while I give you a little bit more information, all the information that I have, considering the fact that I can't look up anywhere. But I know that this is going to be released on Anastasia's website first. It will be released on August 26th. And then right after that, if my dates are correct, Beautylish will get it on the 29th, as well as Sephora. I'm not sure about Ulta or anywhere else, but the 29th will be the release date for the other stores. This retails for $60, and again, like I said, you're getting 25 different shades in here. Then we have the Coral set of liquid lipsticks. This set contains the shades Pastel Coral, Neon Coral, Red Coral, and Spicy. The set retails for $35, but from what I have read, they should be sold individually as well. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the 2 different eye looks that I did for you guys. I'm gonna start off with the one that I was wearing yesterday that was a really bright coral neon look, and then I will proceed with this one. Esom 230 in the shade E3. I'm gonna start on the outer corner as always. This has really nice pigmentation to it. And then I am going to start working it upward into the crease, and then circular motions to blend it upward. Honey! Puffin! There's a bird in the bush. Will you go outside and just like start clapping or something? Because I'm trying crazy.
See how much prettier these are?
Oh yeah, those are better. Sorry, I was trying not to turn my head too much to lose the light. Every time I add product, I'm going right on the outer corner first and then blending it upward because I don't want it to be as pigmented as I go up toward the brow in this transition area. And I'm bringing it all the way in. Well, I don't hear it now, so we're good.
I heard a little chirping in the tree. I'm gonna show you, but I think it's a baby bird in the nest.
Last time you could hear it through my entire video, and I'm like, I'm sorry. They're like, yeah, I could hear the birds. I'm like, they're in the bushes. Honey, I need you to go back now. Love you. Wangas 27S. I'm applying this right along the lower lash line. Same color. Brand new Smith 230 and E2. Again, right on the outer corner. That is so pigmented. It is so pretty. Give me all the neon love right there. I'm tapping it into place on the very outer corner, then about halfway in as well. And then I'm going to start working it into the crease. And tiny circular motions to blend it upward. Now the reason why I went in with a new brush for this shade was so that I could go back in with the original 230 and blend around the edges and soften it up. I'm taking a tiny bit of that on my Wangas number 27S, and I am just running this right along the lash line as well, trying to get it just a little bit closer to the lashes. Now I'm going to grab E4, still using the same brush, and I am, again, starting on this outer corner. I'm going to place this about 3/4 of the way over the lid and into the crease, but I'm not really going to bring this one upward. This is such a pretty color. I mean, look at that. It's not patchy or anything. Like, I don't know, loving it. You know what, you guys? I thought I was going to put this, like a shimmer on the inner corner, like the front half. I'm not going to. I like this shade too much. So it's going to go all over the lid. And you could use a packing brush to do this, but because I'm already using this one, I am just kind of packing it on with it. This color is just, it's everything. It is everything. So I don't really want to cover it up. Same color, but now on a smaller brush. This is a Wangas number 5. And I'm really concentrating this right up against the lashes. I'm going to take my 27S and just blend that out. No additional product, I'm just blending. Then I'm going to add again just a little bit more so I don't lose intensity. It's like I all of a sudden lost my words. Not abnormal for me. I know. Tom Ford number 13 and shade D3. I am basically playing the layering game right now. I'm first going to just tap this right over top of that last shade. This isn't going to show up much, but it's going to add just a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to lay this down first. I'm not bringing it up. I'm only applying it on this outer corner. And then I'm going to take the shade E5 on a MAC 217. This will be the final step for deepening up the look. I am just tapping this right on the outer corner. I don't want to add too much of this because I don't want it to be really dark. So I didn't grab a whole lot of product. And I am going to bring this up into the crease, kind of smoke out this outer corner area. I don't want it to overtake the neon shade. I just want to smoke out this outer corner. Back in with my original 230, going right around the edges of everything right here. And again, with that, no additional product, but it's the brush I use to apply the really bright shade. I'm just going over everything so it's nice and blended. Triangle sponge to clean up the outer corners. I just like to drag it upward. Refer P21 and C2. I'm applying this to the brow arch. and then blending it out. Take my finger to the edge. MAC 228 in the same color. I'm going to highlight my inner corner, and then I'm going to go finish off with liner and mascara. Zoeva 227 in the shade A2. I'm going to start this right on the outer corner, and I am placing the pigment down first. You can see a lot of pigmentation. I'm just kind of tapping and pushing it into the crease right here. I want to get off the extra product before I start working this upward. Slowly, very slowly bringing this upward. As I go up higher towards the brow and I'm bringing it out on this outer corner, I'm also bringing it slightly in, but not all the way to the inner crease here. I'm going to stop it right here. So I'm basically just taking the excess from my brush and making sure that there's not a blunt edge right here. Just diffusing everything upward into this point. This is a BK Beauty 202. I'm going to go in with the shade D4. Again, I'm starting this on the very outer corner, just tapping it into place. I'm bringing it about halfway onto the lid, again just tapping, and then I'm going to bring it into the crease. And I'm lightly going to bring this upward. So I'm taking small little motions and pushing it upward. I don't want it to go up too high. So if you can see, I'm doing this much slower than I normally would if I'm like trying to get a really good blend. I'm trying to get a blend, but also be a controlled blend. Again, I am stopping the shade right along where I stopped the purple. This is a BK Beauty 201, and I'm going to take the shade B1. Now I am going to place this right on the inner corner portion where I didn't take the purple. I'm going back and forth because it's so pigmented. And then I'm going to blend it out. Wayne Goss number 19 and A5. I am going to further make this look just a little bit more pink, same area. Back and forth because of pigmentation, which is not bad. I'm happy that it's pigmented. Getting this right into that crease area. And it's kind of connecting to the blue. Now, as you can see, I'm not using circular motions. I'm mainly just going back and forth, blending it out in windshield wiper motions. ESUM W21 and A4. I am going to place this, oh, that looks really pretty. This is dry, by the way. I'm placing this right on the center of the lid, tapping over the blue. Windshield wiper motions to get it up to the crease and smooth it out. Refer P21 and A1. All of a sudden I want steak. A1, immediately I'm like, ooh, give me some filet. I'm just taking this and applying it to the inner corner and then tapping over the last shade we laid down. Same brush and the shade C1. I am going to highlight the brow arch. And again, a lot of pigment, so I'm just going to take that one little dab and go on both sides, back and forth. It's a very bright white. I like to take the excess from the brush and just be able to clean up around the edges of the other shades. D2 on a rougher 3, I am going to place this on the outer portion of the lower lash line, about 3/4 of the way in. That is a beautiful shade. Same brush, and now I'm going to pick up the shade B3. I am going to take this on the front portion of the lower lash line and drag it over the blue so they merge together and blend nicely. BK Beauty 204 and back in with the shade C1. I am going to highlight my inner corner with this. I'm going to clean up the edges with my sponge, dust off my bake, and then I'm going to apply some liner and mascara and lashes. So with this look, I ended up finishing off one of my Milk Boss liners. It's done. There's no more twisting this thing up, so I've got to grab a new one. And that is what is on my top inner rim. But then I have this guy, which is new from Anastasia as well. And this is the new liquid liner. This is really nice. I know I have not talked about this yet, but it is really nice. It's budge proof. It dries down matte and it has a felt tip, but it flexes. Like I can get on my inner corner without any issues. It's not stabby. Like sometimes I just feel like the felt ones are a little bit stabby feeling. This one's really nice and it goes along the eye really well. And again, I like that it's a matte finish. And then of course, Kiss Ritzy lashes. Now I'm going to get into my thoughts on the palette. So obviously I have not used every single shade in here, but I don't know what they're doing. I feel like there was a difference with the, let me get it. I have some comparisons here for you guys. I have always enjoyed Anastasia's formula. I think they have a great formula. But then when they released this palette, this is the Jackie Aina palette, I felt like this just had a little bit more oomph to it. And I knew it was going to be more pigmented, but there was just something about it that was just a little bit more zhuzh, a little bit more pumped up. And I feel that way about this one too. I feel like they have done something, and I'm not sure if it's because they're using pigments or what, but this palette, so far, so good. I love the look I wore yesterday. This shade down here, E4, I love that. I'm telling you guys, this numbering and lettering system is amazing. Please do that for everything. But this shade, I'm guessing that this is a pigment. Holy bejeebies, these are gorgeous. They have such color payoff and intensity and blendability. Amazing. I had no issues with the shimmers. I don't feel like I got a lot of fallout. I got more fallout with this look and the shimmers than I did with any of the matte shades that I use. I love the color story in here. This is not for somebody who wants a natural eye look or is just always going for the natural tones. You can definitely put together a natural look with this, but I would say if you're somebody that does not like color, just steer clear of this. But I love this. I don't even mind that there's a lot of purples in here. At first, I was like, I don't know. But then seeing them in person, swatching them, they definitely are all different. And they're going to make looks look different. Like using this purple that I did today, if I use this, and this, then I could create the same type of look that I did yesterday with the brighter and the deeper and just having this smoked out look because of the gradients of the color. I just think that this is really well done. I think it's beautiful. I definitely would suggest it, but again, only to people that really want color. I wouldn't suggest this to anybody that really just sticks with a neutral tone unless you were like, you know what, I need one good happy, colorful palette in my life, then yes, do it. And I think $60 is great, especially when you consider the price point on these. So that is that. The colors of the liquid lipsticks are stunning. I don't wear liquid lipsticks often, so that's one downside, but that's just me and my personal preference. Today I'm wearing the Anastasia matte lipstick in the shade Honey. I'm wearing Honey. But I always start off with like my balm underneath it first, dab it, and then put that on. But these colors are beautiful, and it definitely takes you from the spring, summer, all the way into fall. They're gorgeous. Now, I know some people are going to want to have some comparisons of this palette up against some of the other ones, so I'm just going to quickly show you. All right, so I'm going to start off with the most recent release, which was the Jackie Aina palette. So those side by side. The Riviera, and I want to point out like this pink and this pink. This one is a little bit deeper and far more intense, just so you guys know. Then we have the original Norvina palette. They're this and this, they aren't the same at all. They go nicely together, but they are not the same. You can see this is definitely a more muted version than this. And then lastly, the Alyssa Edwards palette. I don't think that if you have any of these palettes that getting this is going to be like a bad idea where you're going to have a bunch of duplicate shades. This, especially whenever you see it in person, it's just beautiful. This is beautiful, and I can't wait to do more looks with it. Like I said, I wanted to do more, but I also wanted to get this out to you beforehand. Now, I did purchase this palette. I have a funny story behind it. Okay, so I texted Kelsey. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. I sent her on August 15th at 12:08 a.m. in the morning a link to the palette, and this is Bloomingdale. So I think that they did like a accidental release, and I purchased this palette. So you can see here, and then when I click it, it goes and it says Bloomingdale's, this item is currently not available. So I think they immediately took it down. I'm assuming I'm still going to get my order, and if I do, I'll probably do some type of giveaway, so watch out for that. I'm assuming I'll still get my order, but I don't want to say for sure that I'm going to yet because I don't have it in my hands yet. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did by giving it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.